While the world is excited about T20 World Cup, I'm going to take that excitement to yet another level in this very special series called Taste Match. And the recipe that I'm going to show you today is from Coorg. This is Coorgi chicken. It's a starter. I'm going to divide this recipe into three components. The first one is the dry spice mix, the second one is the marination, and the third one is the real cooking. Let's begin with the first component, and that is making the dry powder. For this, I'm going to use coriander seeds untoasted. To this, I'm going to add in black peppercorns. Now this recipe is spicy, it's pungent, it also has notes of being sour because it uses a very special ingredient called kachampuli. Let me come back to it later. Cumin seeds, untoasted again. Black mustard seeds. Sticks of cinnamon. I always like using fresh cinnamon and not powdered cinnamon because the magic is completely different. The sweet notes in fresh cinnamon, very different. To this, I'm also going to add in red chili powder. A touch of it because it has got three spicing ingredients. It has black pepper, it has got red chili, and it also has slit green chilies right towards the end. So please take note of it at this stage. I'm going to add in some cloves. Now this is again a very important spice in this recipe particularly. Please do remember. And last but not the least, at this stage, turmeric powder. Now again, this recipe is going to be a little deep black in color. So turmeric can be a little lesser. Let's run this into a coarse or a fine powder. Now this choice is completely yours. With this, our powder spice is done and ready. Have a quick check. Nice and gritty and amazingly aromatic. Well, this is a spice mix that you can make and keep for 6 months refrigerated. Do remember that. In case you want to hasten up this recipe, please use this trick by all means. Let's start marinating the drumsticks of chicken. By all means, you can choose the cut and part of chicken. I personally like chicken drumsticks in this recipe. Thigh would also taste fantastic. In case you're looking at boneless, sliced chicken breast, nice and thin, marinate just the way I'm showing and just pan sear. Let's move in. Add in the powder spices. Let's add in some salt as required. You need to be extremely careful with the quantity of salt that you're adding in at this stage because we have a wonderful souring agent here which is called kachampuli. Now kachampuli, for the uninitiated, is very popularly also known as fish tamarind. Now in case you do not have this or cannot lay your hands on this, what can we use? Maybe a combination of kokum and tamarind. Possibly that's the closest that you can come, but this is irreplaceable. A generous spoon of kachampuli, maybe a little more because I like it personally. Again, it's a souring agent and my mouth is already salivating. Maybe a little more, but a little later. So let's bring in all of this together and marinate this and keep this aside. Once all of this is mixed and ready, we're going to keep this aside and begin with the third component. For this, I'm going to use some red onions and slice them nice and thick. Onions are sliced and ready. Let's heat a pan and add in some vegetable oil. Allow this to heat lightly, and by the time, we're going to pound in some fresh garlic cloves. The garlic is also freshly crushed and ready. Let's scrape all of this garlic and keep this aside so that we can quickly add it into the recipe. Let's add in the sliced onions and allow these to saute on high flame till they're lightly translucent. The onions have become nice and translucent. Let's add in the crushed garlic. And along with this, curry leaves, fresh curry leaves, and green chilies. Let's give this a quick toss. And time to add in the marinated chicken. Let's stir all of this well and allow the chicken to get seared on all sides. Time to add in a few splashes of water because you want the chicken to cook from within. Of course, it's going to get nice and caramelized on the outside. But remember the fact, it has a lot of brown spices which have the tendency of getting burnt. So a few splashes of water just to control the heat in this process. With this, our Coorgi chicken is done and ready. Let's transfer this straight onto the serving bowl or platter, whatever you feel like. A little more of the kachampuli. Because like I said, I love it nice and tangy. Few green chilies thrown in here and there. And last but not the least, some curry leaves. With this, your Coorgi chicken is done and ready. While the match is out there to tickle your senses, this is going to take it to a complete another level. On that note, do not forget to stay tuned for more such quick, simple and easy recipes. Bye for now.